Good evening, everyone. In today's class, I'm going to cover calls in advance in company accounts. This is important for CBSE and for ISC students of 12th standard. Calls in advance. When a shareholder, when a shareholder pay any installment money in advance, let us assume one particular shareholder holding 25 shares or maybe 500 shares paid first call money, paid second call money along with the first call, or paid first call and second call along with allotment. That is what advance generally means, paying in advance, right? So either he will pay second and final call along with allotment, first call, like that. So when advance is made or when advance is paid by the shareholder, bank account debtor to calls in advance account to share allotment account to share first call. So this depends on case to case. Imagine that a party has paid all money along with the allotment. So he paid allotment, not just that, he has also paid the call amount also. So call amount is considered as the advance, allotment will go to allotment account. So in that case, the journal will be bank account, calls in advance to share allotment. So imagine if a party has paid second call money and final call money in the first call. So then share allotment will not come. It will be bank account debtor, calls in advance account debtor to share first call, to share second call and final call. So wherever, whatever advance he is making, that account is credited. Now, when that particular installment is called for, when that particular installment is called for, at that time this advance money will be adjusted. So calls in advance credited here, calls in advance will be debited. So if a person has paid first call along with allotment, advance will be recorded at the stage of allotment and will be adjusted at the stage of call. So adjusting entry will be bank account debtor, calls in advance account debtor to share second call. So all this second call, first call is changes from case to case. Calls in advance is a liability account and it has a credit balance. So when you open an account, you credit it, and when you close the account, you debit it. So calls in advance, note, calls in advance is a liability account, so it will have credit balance. So when you create that account, you have to credit it, and when you close that account, you have to debit it. Now let's take some sum to explain this. Issued 20,000 shares at a premium of 2 per share. Application 2 rupees. So let's write the breakup. Application 2 rupees. Allotment 5 rupees including 2 premium. First call 2 rupees. So totally now it is 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 2 9. The cost of one share is 10 plus 2 12 rupees. 10 rupee face value, 2 rupee premium. Market value of one share is 12 rupees. So far they have made 3 installment, application 2, allotment 5 and first call 2. So that adds up to 9. So that means final call and second and final call will be 3 rupees. Now as per the question, this installment is not being called for. Now, all money payable on application allotment was duly received, but when the first call is made, one shareholder holding 300 shares, another shareholder holding 1000 shares failed to pay the first call money. So, till application, till allotment, it is the smooth journey. So, journal entry. 24th question, application stage. Bank account data, bank account data to share application. Just find out whether it's any oversubscription or under subscription. Nothing like that. 20,000 issued, 20,000 subscribed. So 20,000 shares into application money of 2 rupees per share. 40,000, 40,000. Transfer entry, share application account data to share capital. The same amount, 40,000, 40,000. Then we have allotment stage, in which we have premium here. So allotment stage, due entry, share allotment account data to share capital account to SPR account. 20,000 shares into 5 rupees allotment, in which 20,000 into 3 will go to share capital, 20,000 into 2 will go to SPR account. So 40,000 to SPR, 60,000 to share capital, and 1 lakh total share allotment due. No default at the stage of allotment. So received everything. Bank account data to share allotment account, entire 1 lakh rupees received, as there is no default at the stage of allotment. Now let's get into the call stage, that is first call stage. We need to be really careful here because there is calls in arrears and calls in advance. Now all this we will come to know only when we pass the receipt entry. Due entry will not show any of these effect. So due entry will be share first call account data to share capital. 20,000 shares. Let me check the first installment price, that's 2 rupees. First call is 2 rupees. So 40,000 is what we are supposed to receive at the stage of first call. In which, let's go back to the question, in which one shareholder holding 1,000 shares failed to pay the first call money. So this is calls in arrears. Another shareholder who is holding 300 shares paid the entire balance. Entire balance is what? He would have paid 3 rupees first call, 2 rupees first call, and 3 rupees second and final call also along with the first call. The company have not called this amount yet. Before that, this particular shareholder have paid. So bank account data, calls in arrears account data to calls in advance account to share first call. Calls in arrears is for 1,000 shares into 2. So 2,000 rupees due. Calls in advance for 300 shares into advance money is the second and the final call amount. This particular shareholder have paid second and final call money along with the first call. First call is 2 rupees. The remaining is 3 rupees. So he paid 3 in advance per share. So 900 rupees advance. What I am supposed to receive at first call is 20,000 into 2. So I am supposed to receive 40,000. I already received 900. That is actually the next call amount. 2,000 is arrears. So here it will be 38,900. 38,900, which is actually the balance figure. 40,900 minus 2,000, 38,900. So this is the first call entry where calls in arrears is created. Calls in arrears is an asset, so it is debited. Calls in advance is created. Calls in advance is a liability, so credited. Next question. Bharat Limited made the first call of rupees 2 per share on 1 lakh equity shares on 1st March 2021. Ashok, a shareholder holding 800 shares, paid the second and final call along with the first call. The second call was rupees 3 per share. Okay, so now here let us consider that the second call was also made. Okay, so I'm trying to pass the adjusting entry also here. So when the first call comes, first call journal entry is question number 25, first call. Share first call account data to share capital account. Share first call account data to share capital, 1 lakh shares, and if I'm not wrong, it is 2 rupees first call. So 1 lakh into 2. 1 lakh equity shares. Yes. So 2 lakh rupees and 2 lakh rupees. So this is the due entry of first call. Now the receipt entry of first call. So receipt entry contain calls in advance here. There is no arrears, there is only advance. Ashok, a shareholder holding some number of shares, paid the second and final call along with the first call. So bank account debtor to calls in advance account to share first call. What I'm supposed to receive at the first call stage? 1 lakh into 2. So I need to get 2 lakh in the first call. One shareholder, Ashok, holding 800 shares, paid 3 rupees in advance. 800 into 3, which is 2,400. So what we received in total is 2,02,400 rupees. So this is the due entry of first call. Receipt entry of first call. The due entry is 2 lakh. The receipt entry is 2 lakh and 2,400. Now, let us assume the second and the final call is made. Second and final call is made by the company. Now, in that case, the due entry is share second and final call account debtor to share capital account, 1 lakh into 3. 3 lakh debit, 3 lakh credit. Now the bank entry. Bank account debtor calls in advance account debtor to share second and final call account. So under second and final call, I'm supposed to receive 3 lakh, correct? But already we received 2,400 from Ashok, so advance. So this time we will get only the difference, which is 2,97,600 rupees. You understood? Let me explain it one more time. Ashok paid second and final call along with the first call. So at the time of payment, that is at the time of passing the receipt entry of first call, we received 2,400 as advance, which will be adjusted at that particular installment. So when the second and final call is made by the company, this 2,400 will be adjusted. So Ashok will not be paying it again because Ashok has already paid, so which is getting adjusted here. Hope you understood this this problems very clearly. Try more sums on this concept. If you find my video useful, share it to your friends. Thank you.